Binge eating disorder. Binge eating disorder is when a person eats large amounts of food in a short period of time, often feeling like they can't control it. It's different from just overeating once in a while. People with binge eating disorder may eat even when they're not hungry and continue eating even when they're uncomfortably full. This can lead to feeling guilty, ashamed, or upset afterwards. It's a serious condition that can affect both physical and emotional health. Amnesia. Amnesia is when someone has trouble remembering things they should know, like important events or personal information. It's like having a gap in your memory, where you can't recall things that happened in the past. Bruxism. Bruxism is when a person grinds or clenches their teeth, often while they're asleep. It can lead to problems like tooth damage, jaw pain, and headaches. Dissociative fugue. Dissociative fugue is a rare psychological condition where a person suddenly and unexpectedly travels away from home or their usual surroundings, forgetting their past identity and often forming a new one. During a fugue episode, individuals may be unaware of their actions or experiences and may be confused about their identity and purpose. Folie à deux is when two close people start believing in the same strange things, often because one person already has a mental illness. They both share the same false beliefs or experiences. Body dysmorphic disorder. Body dysmorphic disorder is when someone feels really unhappy about how they look, even if others don't see any problems. They might spend a lot of time worrying about these flaws and trying to change them. Acute stress disorder. Acute stress disorder is when someone feels very anxious, scared, or upset after going through a traumatic event, like an accident or a sudden loss. They might have trouble sleeping, feel jumpy, or have flashbacks of the event. Pica disorder is when someone eats things that aren't food, like dirt, paper, or soap, and they can't stop even though it's not healthy. Adjustment disorder. Adjustment disorder is when someone has a hard time coping with a stressful event, like a big change or loss, and it affects their mood and behavior. They might feel anxious, sad, or overwhelmed for a while, but it's usually temporary and goes away with time and support. Delusional disorder. Delusional disorder is a mental health condition where a person strongly believes in things that aren't true, even when there's evidence against it. These beliefs are often unusual or impossible, and they can cause significant distress or problems in daily life. Agoraphobia. Agoraphobia is when someone feels very anxious or scared about being in certain places or situations where they might feel trapped, embarrassed, or unable to get help if they have a panic attack. They might avoid going to places like crowded areas, public transportation, or being outside their home alone. Alcohol and substance use. Alcohol and substance use disorder, often referred to as addiction, is a condition where a person has difficulty controlling their use of alcohol or drugs, even when it causes problems in their life. It involves a strong craving for the substance, using it even when it's harmful, and having withdrawal symptoms when they try to stop using it. Encopresis. Encopresis is a condition where a person, often a child, has poop accidents, either by not making it to the toilet on time or by not realizing they need to go. It can happen because of constipation, problems with the muscles around the bottom, or emotional issues. Exhibitionism. Exhibitionism disorder is when someone gets a strong urge to show their private body parts to others, usually strangers, without the other person's consent. This behavior can cause distress or harm to others and is considered a mental health disorder. Antisocial personality disorder. Antisocial personality disorder is when someone often does things that hurt others without feeling sorry or caring about their feelings. Kleptomania. Kleptomania is a mental disorder where someone has a strong urge to steal things, even if they don't need or want the items. They might feel tension before stealing and relief or guilt afterward. Dermatillomania, also known as excoriation disorder or skin picking disorder, is a mental health condition where a person repeatedly picks at their skin, causing wounds or sores. They might feel a strong urge to pick at imperfections or blemishes on their skin, even though it can lead to physical harm and distress. Autism disorder. Autism disorder, or autism spectrum disorder, is a developmental condition that affects how people communicate, interact with others, and experience the world around them. It can involve challenges with social skills, repetitive behaviors, and differences in sensory processing.